Hello everyone, here we are again with another episode, and today we have a little something special for you guys because we have not one, but two commanders, Bruse and Ishai. Alright, how's it going, Bruse? Been a while.
Yes, I'm doing good.
Great, and Bruse, what does it mean exactly to be a partner? I mean, partners like are you guys friends? You know, like you and Ishai, you f the bird, bro. you f the bird. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Okay, cool. Now that that's out of the way, Ishai, can you explain a bit how the deck works? Okay, cool. So this deck has a specific strategy. We try and find Sunforger and Sundial of the Infinite, and if we get this, if we get this right, if I get this right, and we get this right, the second you attack with Sunforger, game is over, right?
I have crippling depression.
Well said, it's important to have a good vocabulary. If I had known the difference between the words antidote and anecdote, one of my good friends would still be alive. Ishai Ojutai Dragon Speaker, 4 mana for a 1/1 flying bird monk. Okay, 4 mana, 1/1 flying, what the hell is this?
It's called fucking strategy, alright?
Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Ishai. Okay.
It's passable, okay? This isn't terrible.
Seems pretty simple. Bruse Tarl. Okay, 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever Bruse Tarl enters the battlefield or attacks, target creature you control gains double strike and lifelink until end of turn. So things are gonna be quite simple. Play Ishai, get him big and juicy. Tutor for Sunforger and Sundial of the Infinite. Attack and get your red extra turn cards and finish off everybody by attacking.
Nice.
Awesome. So in the words of Mother Teresa, we shall never know all the good that a simple smile can do. And that quote has nothing to do with anything happening now. So shall we continue?
Why?
So first off, grab Sunforger. That's your first mission. It's a 3 mana equipment. Equip creature get +4/+0. Pay Boros. Unattach Sunforger. Search your library for a red or white instant card with convert mana cost 4 or less and cast that card without paying its mana cost. Then shuffle your library.
Yeah, boy.
This is your first mission. We leaving no rocks unturned, no stone unturned. We leaving no minerals or any materials of any kind unturned. Stoneforge Mystic. You know what you go find? You go find Sunforger. Enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, you go find Sunforger. Stonehewer Giant. 5 mana, 4/4 vigilance. Pay 2, tap, search your library for an equipment card and put it onto the battlefield. Attach it to a creature you control. Then shuffle your library.
I'm equipping.
Okay.
Equip me, sir.
Do you know what to go get with this? Sword of Fire and Ice. No, I'm kidding. You go get Sunforger. Steel Shaper's Gift, 1 mana sorcery, search your library for an equipment card, reveal that card and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Mr. Steel Shaper is a nice guy, he has a gift for you. You know what that is? Sunforger. Open the armory, look inside, what do you find? Donald Trump crying? No, you find Sunforger.
We all know who is at fault here.
Search your library for an aura or equipment card, reveal it and put it into your hand. Mission completed. After you found Sunforger, put it into play, attach it, and protect it. That is your second mission. Thought this was gonna be easy? Hey, this ain't no Mudrota deck.
Okay.
Padim gives your artifacts hexproof and Brass Choir lets you equip for free at instant speed. Plus he's a mirror. Mirrors are cool. Pure Steel Paladin lets you equip for free as well as drawing cards. And Leonin Shikari lets you equip at instant speed, on top of having the worst fucking art of all time.
What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What are you trying to be, an Irish R&B singer?
Now you're not that bad of a failure because you passed mission 2. Now, mission 3, Enlighten Tutor and Fabricate lets you tutor for an artifact. What do you get? Sundial of the Infinite. It's a 2 mana artifact, pay 1 tap, end the turn. Activate this ability only during your turn. Now you got 2 pieces of the puzzle. Now you're ready for the hustle. No, I'm somewhat of a rapper.
Fucked up, man.
Now equip Sunforger to Ishai. Pretty simple, right? Now ask your opponents if they have any last words.
This is so exciting.
I'll never forget my granddad's last words to me just before he died. Are you still holding the ladder? I miss you, Grandpa. What do you get first with Sunforger? Chance for Glory. Creatures you control gain indestructible. Take an extra turn after this one. At the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. So you take that extra turn, attack again. What do you get? Final Fortune. Take an extra turn after this one. You lose the game at the end of that turn. Now what do before you lose the game? You end the turn with Sundial of the Infinite. Now you can't actually get these two last cards with Sunforger, but hopefully you drew them or tutored for them by now. Warrior's Oath lets you take an extra turn after this one, and you lose the game at the end of that turn. And what do at the end of the turn? You end the turn! Then after that you play Last Chance. Take an extra turn after this one. You lose the game at the end of that turn. You guessed it, you end the turn before you lose the game. Now do you get the jizz? End the turn. You guessed it. Congratulations. End the turn. That's basically how you win the game. And Bruse is just there to give Ishai a helping hand because you're going to be attacking with a minimum 12-12 Ishai most of the time. So double strike is sweet. Now is this deck salty? Yes, but so is McDonald's fries and you go eat there every week, you fat f***s.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Now let's just say you didn't win with all these extra turns and you just finished 2 of your 3 opponents. It's just mano o mano, wano o wano, Pedro el Picasso, Pablo el Chicago.
This is it, man.
You finished with your turn. They untap. Upkeep.
It's time for plan B.
End the turn. Time stop. Glorious end. End the turn.
This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass!
Discontinuity. End the turn. Now watch your enemies cry. I started crying when Dad was cutting onions. Onions was such a good dog. The Yarok deck has 12 creatures in play and they do a Rites of Replication on their Crater Hoof Behemoth. Teferi's Protection. Do they counterspell your Teferi's Protection? Angel's Grace. You can lose the game this turn. And with all these extra turn cards and end the turns, why not control the turn?
You see what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
Mindslaver, and why not Academy Ruins, take control of all the turns.
Get out of here, man. I didn't do shit.
I told you this deck was a bit cancerish. Now what's the difference between me and Cancer? My dad didn't beat Cancer. Now for some removal and a couple of instants, because this deck is all about surprises, so instants are important. Deafening Clarion. I know, it's not an instant.
That's the answer I'm looking for.
3 mana, deals 3 damage to each creature, gets rid of all these pesky little blockers on the board. Ew, pesky blockers. Settle the Wreckage exiles all attacking creatures. This one's a big surprise. And a couple of counter spells in Counterflux and Render Silent. Counter target spell, its controller can't cast spells this turn. So annoying.
I'm talking about drawing a line in the sand, dude.
Next up, I love these 2 newer cards. They're so powerful. Fierce Guardianship, counter target non-creature spell for a 0 if you control your commander. And Deflecting Swat lets you choose a new target for target spell or ability for free. For free, today only, if you control your commander. I got to test these 2 cards lately. Man, they're nothing short of amazing.
So good.
Swords and Path. Don't need any explanation. Bye-bye to your opponent's blockers. Boros Charm's a personal favorite of mine. 2 mana instant. Choose 1, deals 4 damage to target player. Permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn, or target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Very nice surprise. And Generous Gift. It's the white Beast Within, but this time the beast is an elephant, because elephants. What the fuck? I bet my friend $5 that he would drown in the lake. A bittersweet victory. And you want a victory as well? Cyclonic Rift. Why go through all the trouble when you can just rift? You know what I mean?
This is like the apex of the vortex.
Now for some card draw. Keep it simple. Rhystic Study and Mystic Jason Remora. My girlfriend dumped me, so I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back? Consecrated Sphinx. Because only people in wheelchairs don't play this card. Like my ex. Mask of Memory is one that's a bit underplayed. 2 mana equipment, equip for 1. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, discard a card. Pretty good. And Sword of Feast and Famine, because untapping your lands in a control deck is so powerful. And Phyrexian Metamorph, copy whatever you like. One of your equipments, one of your creatures, somebody's soul ring. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The revolution has begun.
And to finish off, a couple of cheap Planeswalkers that I usually don't play anywhere else. They complement Birdie pretty good. The Royal Scions, +1, draw a card, then discard a card. +2, target creature gets +1/+0 and gain first strike and trample until end of turn. Pretty good with the bird. -8, draw 4 cards. When you do, the Royal Scions deals damage to any target equals to the number of cards in your hand. Dak Faden, 3 mana +1, target player draws 2 cards, then discards 2 cards. -2, gain control of target artifact. Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, get whatever you like. -6, you get an emblem with whenever you cast a spell that targets 1 or more permanents, gain control of those permanents. opponents. Gideon of the Trials. Look at this art, man. +1 until your next turn, prevent all damage target permanent would deal. 0 until end of turn, Gideon of the Trials becomes a 4/4 human soldier creature with indestructible, that's a Planeswalker, prevent all damage that would be dealt to him. 0, you get an emblem with, as long as you control a Gideon Planeswalker, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Next up, Karn the Great Creator. 4 mana, activated abilities of artifacts your opponent control can be activated. This is really powerful. +1 until your next turn, up to 1 target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its mana cost. -2, it doesn't matter, we can't use this in Commander. Narset, Parter of Veils, 3 mana, each opponent can draw more than 1 card each turn. -2, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So this one's pretty good against Rhystic Study or Consecrated Sphinx or all the good cards we're playing in this deck. And baby Teferi, jeez Louise. Each opponent can cast spells only at any time they could cast a sorcery. This is really good, protects the bird. +1 until your next turn, you may cast sorceries as though they had flash. Pretty good. -3, bounce a creature, an artifact or enchantment, and you draw a card. Ugh, everything is amazing on this card. So that's it for today, folks. I hope I didn't offend anybody with my jokes. You know, dark humor is like healthcare. Not everyone gets it. Thanks for watching.